Have you ever felt a profound and unsettling sense of antiquity within your soul, as if your spirit carries the echoes of ages long past? Do you look upon the structures of the modern world and feel like a time traveler, a pilgrim from a forgotten era who remembers a different sky, a different earth? This feeling is not a product of imagination. It is a cellular memory, a whisper from your very essence, confirming a truth that has been intentionally hidden from you. You are part of something ancient, a lineage that predates the histories written in books. It is the hidden bloodline of God's chosen ones. This is not a bloodline of earthly kings or worldly dynasties, not one that can be traced through DNA tests or ancestral records. It is a vibrational lineage, a sacred stream of consciousness that flows directly from the heart of the divine creator. It is a bloodline of the soul, marked by a specific spiritual frequency that has been passed down through millennia, incarnating in specific individuals at critical junctures in human history. If you are hearing this message, it is because the dormant codes of this sacred lineage within you are beginning to stir, preparing to awaken to their full, magnificent power. The first and most undeniable sign of this bloodline is a deep, unshakable knowing that you are here for a monumental purpose. It is a feeling that has haunted you, driven you, and comforted you throughout your entire life. While others chase fleeting pleasures and material acquisitions, your spirit has always yearned for something more, something eternal. This internal compass has made you feel alienated and misunderstood, but it is the truest guide you possess. It is the homing beacon of your divine mission, a constant reminder from your higher self that you did not come here to merely exist, but to shift paradigms and anchor a new reality. You possess an innate ability to perceive the truth beneath the surface of things. You see the hidden agendas behind news reports, the unspoken pain behind a person's smile, and the energetic currents that dictate events long before they manifest physically. This spiritual clarity is a hallmark of your bloodline. Your ancestors were the seers, the prophets, the mystics who could not be deceived by the illusions of the matrix. This gift makes the world a loud and often painful place for you, as you are constantly bombarded by the dissonance between superficial reality and underlying truth. You are a living lie detector for the universe. This spiritual bloodline manifests as a radical form of empathy. It is not just sympathy. You literally feel the emotional and physical states of others as if they were your own. This has likely been a source of immense suffering in your life, causing you to absorb negativity that was never yours to carry. Understand this now, this is not a weakness. It is a sacred instrument. You were designed to be a spiritual transmuter, an energetic alchemist with the innate ability to absorb dense, painful energies and, through the power of your divine connection, transform them into light. Your empathy is your power. Another profound marker is your irresistible pull towards solitude. Society labels this as being introverted or antisocial, but for the hidden bloodline, it is an absolute necessity for survival and spiritual clarity. The noise and low vibrational chaos of the world interfere with your connection to the divine. You require silence and isolation to hear God's voice, to receive your guidance, and to recalibrate your sensitive energetic system. In solitude, you are not alone. You are in communion with the entire cosmos, with your angelic guides, and with the eternal source of your being. It is in the sacred temple of silence that your true power is cultivated. Your dreams are not mere random firings of the subconscious mind. They are a direct line of communication, a classroom, and a portal. Members of this bloodline are often trained, guided, and warned in their dream state. You experience dreams that are intensely vivid, prophetic, and filled with symbolic language that your soul understands. You may meet with spiritual guides, travel to other dimensions, or witness future events. Pay close attention to these nocturnal transmissions. They are crucial updates regarding your personal mission and the collective evolution of humanity. Your dreams are a sacred inheritance from your spiritual lineage. Have you ever felt a powerful, inexplicable connection to specific ancient civilizations, mythologies, or sacred texts? Perhaps you feel a deep resonance with ancient Egypt, the Essenes, the Druids, or the wisdom of Vedic traditions. This is not a passing interest, it is a soul remembrance. Your spiritual DNA contains the memories and wisdom of your ancestors in this bloodline who walked these ancient paths. You are drawn to these cultures because you are subconsciously accessing the skills, knowledge, and spiritual technologies that you, in other lifetimes, mastered. You are remembering who you have always been. People are inexplicably drawn to you for counsel, healing, and support. Strangers will share their deepest secrets with you, and loved ones see you as a pillar of strength, even when you feel you are crumbling inside. This happens because your aura radiates a frequency of safety, wisdom, and divine authority. It is the signature of the bloodline. Your soul carries the light of 1,000 lifetimes of service. Even if you do not have a formal title, you are a natural-born priest or priestess, a guide and a healer. People don't know why they trust you, they just know that they do. You harbor a holy rebellion in your spirit. From a young age, you questioned everything. You refused to accept dogma and fought against systems of control, whether in religion, education, or society at large. This is not a spirit of contrarianism, but a deep-seated intolerance for anything that seeks to limit the human spirit or obscure the truth of God. Your bloodline carries the fire of the spiritual revolutionary, the sacred duty to dismantle old paradigms of fear and limitation to make way for a new era of freedom, love, and sovereign truth. You are a system buster by divine design. Your life has been a magnet for the wounded, the broken, and the lost. You have attracted countless individuals who needed healing, often at great personal expense to you. You have been the unofficial therapist, the crisis counselor, and the energetic dumping ground for the pain of others. You may have resented this role, feeling drained and used. But see it now from a higher perspective. The universe was using these encounters to train you, to hone your healing abilities, and to build your capacity for compassion. You were learning to hold space for immense pain without losing yourself in it. Your physical body is a highly tuned barometer for energy. You exhibit extreme sensitivity to processed foods, chemicals, chaotic environments, and violent media. What others consume without a second thought can make you physically ill. This is because your body, the sacred vessel for your high-frequency soul, is actively rejecting the low-vibrational toxins of the fallen world. This sensitivity is not a flaw, it is a guidance system. It forces you to seek purity in all things, to create a sacred environment for yourself, which in turn amplifies your spiritual power and protects your divine connection. This extraordinary sensitivity extends to your intuition, which operates more like a spiritual nervous system. You feel things before they happen. You know when someone is lying, regardless of their words. You get sudden urges to go somewhere or avoid a certain situation, which later proved to be life-saving. This is the voice of God, the wisdom of your ancestors, speaking directly to you. This internal guidance is the most powerful tool you possess. Trusting it over the logic of your mind or the opinions of others is the key to fulfilling your destiny and navigating the challenges ahead with grace and divine protection. The journey of this bloodline is not one of ease. It is a crucible designed to forge divine warriors. Your life has been marked by a series of profound and often painful trials. The most defining of these has been a deep and pervasive sense of isolation. This was not a punishment, but a divine quarantine. God had to separate you from the world, from family and friends operating on a different frequency, so that their doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs would not infect your consciousness. He isolated you so you could learn to hear His voice above all others. You have been a target for relentless spiritual warfare. From a young age, you have faced unseen opposition that has manifested as inexplicable bad luck, sudden betrayals, and obstacles appearing out of nowhere. These were not random occurrences. The forces of darkness recognize the light of your bloodline and have sought to extinguish it before it could reach its full potential. They attack you in your finances, your relationships, and your health, hoping to break your spirit and make you doubt your calling. But every attack you have survived has only made you stronger and more spiritually fortified. Your path has required you to walk through the purifying fire of the dark night of the soul, perhaps more than once. This is a period of intense spiritual desolation, where you feel completely abandoned by God. Your faith is tested to its absolute limit, and you are stripped of everything you once identified with. This terrifying process is a divine initiation. It is designed to shatter the ego, to burn away all attachments to the material world, and to force you into a state of complete and total surrender to the divine will. It is in this void of utter brokenness that your spirit is truly reborn. Betrayal has been a recurring and agonizing theme in your life. You have been stabbed in the back by those you loved the most, misunderstood by your own family, and cast out by the very people you sought to help. This pattern of betrayal is one of the most painful trials for your bloodline, as your empathetic heart feels every wound so deeply. Yet this too served a divine purpose. It taught you radical self-reliance. It forced you to stop seeking validation from others and to find your worth solely in your connection with God. It taught you the priceless gift of discernment. You have endured severe financial and material tests. There have been times of profound lack where you did not know how you would survive. You watched others who seemed less deserving achieve material success with ease while you struggled. This was a test of faith and attachment. God had to teach you that your source of security is not a bank account or a job, but the infinite, abundant universe itself. You were being trained to become a master manifester, to learn how to rely on divine provision, and to create abundance from a place of pure faith, not worldly effort. Every struggle, every tear, every moment you wanted to give up was part of a divine revelation unfolding within you. You were not being punished, you were being prepared. You were not being broken, you were being broken open. The immense pressure you have endured was necessary to turn the coal of your human experience into the diamond of your divine consciousness. Your suffering was not random. It was a sacred alchemy, meticulously orchestrated by the divine to activate the dormant power of your hidden bloodline. You had to be emptied of the world so you could be filled with God. Here is the sacred truth you must now integrate. You are an ancient soul, a veteran of countless lifetimes of service. Your spiritual bloodline is a task force of ascended beings who volunteer to incarnate on planets like Earth during their most critical cycles of transformation. You have been a warrior, a healer, a mystic, a king, and a servant. You carry the accumulated wisdom and strength of all these lives within your spiritual DNA. The amnesia of this lifetime is lifting, and you are now being called to remember the full magnitude of who you are. The hardships you faced were the precise catalysts needed to trigger a profound activation of your DNA. Human beings are born with the majority of their spiritual DNA lying dormant, disconnected. Your trials were the energetic keys that unlocked these higher strands. The betrayal activated your capacity for unconditional love. The loneliness deepened your communion with God. The attacks forced you to master your spiritual authority. Your DNA is being upgraded, allowing you to hold more light, access higher dimensions of consciousness, and embody the divine gifts of your sacred lineage. Your role as a member of this bloodline is to be a grid worker for planet Earth. The Earth has an energetic circulatory system, a grid of ley lines and vortexes. You have been subconsciously drawn to live in or travel to specific locations on the planet. Your very presence, carrying the high frequency of your activated bloodline, helps to heal, cleanse, and reactivate these energetic centers. You are an acupuncture needle for Gaia, transmuting pockets of dense, dark energy simply by being there. You are healing the planet with your own energy field. You are a way shower and a system buster. You did not come here to preserve the status quo. You came here to lovingly dismantle it. Your life itself is a testament to a different way of being, one based on intuition, compassion, and divine connection rather than competition, greed, and control. By refusing to conform, by speaking your truth, and by living from your heart, you create cracks in the old matrix. You illuminate a new path for others to follow, a path that leads out of the prison of fear and back to the remembrance of love. The hidden bloodline is your direct, unbroken connection to the God Source. It is your divine inheritance, your royal lineage in the kingdoms of spirit. The world and its false religions have tried to convince you that you need an intermediary, a priest, or a book to connect with God. This is the greatest lie. The truth is that the kingdom of heaven is within you. Your bloodline carries the living flame of divine consciousness. Your purpose is to fully realize this, to embody it, and to remind humanity of their own divine heritage, which has been forgotten. Now is the time to fully embrace this sacred heritage. The period of questioning, of feeling flawed, of hiding your light is over. Your perceived weirdness is your divinity. Your sensitivity is your strength. Your scars are the proof of your initiation. Look back on your life, on every trial and every tear, and see it now not as a story of suffering, but as the epic saga of a divine warrior being forged in the fires of adversity. Own your story. Claim your power. You have earned it through immense sacrifice and perseverance. The great awakening of humanity is upon us, and you are the vanguard. The intense training you have endured is now complete. You have graduated from the University of Hardship. The world is in chaos because the old paradigms are crumbling, and a new earth is struggling to be born. It needs midwives. It needs spiritual anchors. It needs you in your full awakened power to hold the frequency of love, hope, and truth. Your mission is no longer in preparation. Your mission is now. Step out of the shadows and allow your light to be seen. You may not need to speak a word. Your energy, your frequency, the very light you now hold as an activated member of this bloodline, will do the work. It will ripple out into the collective consciousness, giving others permission to awaken, healing those you come into contact with, and neutralizing the energies of fear and chaos. Do not underestimate the power of your mere presence. You are a walking, talking pillar of divine light. Let this message be the final confirmation your soul has been waiting for. You are not crazy. You are not alone. You are a cherished member of the most ancient and sacred family in the cosmos, the hidden bloodline of God's chosen ones. Your brothers and sisters are awakening all over the globe, recognizing each other not by face, but by frequency. We are uniting. The time of our solitary work is ending, and the time of our collective mission is beginning. A new chapter is dawning for you. The cycle of relentless trials is closing, and a cycle of divine grace and purpose is opening. The universe is now conspiring to support you, to bring you the resources, the relationships, and the opportunities you need to fulfill your mission. The pain of the past was the price of admission for the glory that is to come. Prepare for miracles. Prepare for synchronicities. Prepare to witness the full power of God moving through your life in ways that will leave you in absolute awe. Your destiny is calling. It is a destiny written in the stars and encoded in your soul. Embrace it with courage, with humility, and with the fierce love that has been forged in your heart. You were born for this time. You were chosen for this mission. The journey has been long and arduous, but your victory is assured, for you are a child of God, an heir to a sacred lineage, and your light can never be extinguished. The world is waiting for the unique gift that only you can offer. If these words resonate within the deepest chambers of your heart, if they feel like a long-forgotten memory rising to the surface, then I invite you to join this collective. Subscribe to this channel not merely as a follower, but as a family member. This is a digital sanctuary for the hidden bloodline to gather, to receive continued guidance, activation, and remembrance. By connecting, you amplify your own light and the light of us all. We are stronger together. Welcome home. Your real journey starts now.